Okay, so very good morning to you all. So let's begin with today's class. So in the last class, good morning. So yesterday we have stopped at the last topic about linked list. So today we will start from the next topic, that is stack. So can anyone say what is which type of data structure, is it linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
Yeah, there was one who was trying to say non-linear. So stack is not a non-linear because we do the insertion sequentially, right? So it is definitely a linear data structure. Now, stack is a linear data structure where the insertion and the insertion and the deletion of the elements are done only at one end, right? So that end from where the insertion and deletion is done, we refer to that end as the top. So as we all know that a stack is called LIFO fashion. That is the last element we put in will be the first element to get out, right? So in computer's memory, this stack can be implemented using the concept of array, or it can be implemented using the concept of linked list. Any of the two things it can be implemented with. Now, you must have seen the structure of stack like this in your earlier classes, but in the memory, it is not stored like this. In the memory, it is stored either in the form of array or in the form of linked list. Okay, so this end we refer to as the top, from where we insert and also from where we delete elements, right? So every stock will have a variable top associated with it. Now this top variable, what it stores the address of the topmost element of the stack. In computer memory, we do not refer any value by the value, we refer to it by its memory location. So address of the topmost element, that is memory location of the topmost element of the stack, this top will hold, right? And there is also another variable
मैम
associated.
आपका वॉइस बहुत फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है।
अभी भी फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है?
मैम जब बताने लगते हैं तब फ्लक्चुएट करता है तो उतना अच्छे से समझ में नहीं आ रहा है।
Okay, then let me change again to a different network. Wait. अभी स्मूथ है वॉइस?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
मैम
So this top element, we know that there are two variables included in the concept of stack. One variable is named as top, which will hold the address of the topmost element. So do not mix it with that. Top will never hold the value of the element. It will hold the address, that is the memory location of the topmost element. And there is another variable max which is used to store, that is the maximum number of elements that stack can hold. Okay, so suppose I am drawing one stack like this. Fine. So suppose this is my array. Yet, what is the value of this max with respect to this array or this stack? Anyone? What is the value of max with respect to this array?
2. 7, ma'am.
7, right?
7, ma'am.
So since I started from 0 and there is 6, so the maximum number of elements this stack can hold is 7. And the value of my top is at 2, right? So this is the concept about stack. Now when I refer to as stack, stack performs three basic operations. 1 minute, let me erase it first.
मैम लिंक्ड लिस्ट में भी इंसर्शन और डिलीशन होता है ना मैम?
हाँ, लिंक लिस्ट में भी इंसर्शन एंड डिलीशन होता है.
तो मैम
लिंक
वो
लिस्ट जब
नहीं
हम
बताए.
लिंक लिस्ट में इंसर्शन डिलीशन
यस मैम.
ऐसे करके होगा. So here I will have A, then I can have A, B. Like this it will go on.
और मैम एक और था कि हम लोग का पॉइंटर का उतना कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छा नहीं है मैम.
हाँ, because you people are from EC and electrical background ना, I think तुम लोगों का पॉइंटर में उतना मतलब उतना डेप्थ में शायद पढ़ाया नहीं गया होगा. So
यस मैम. और स्ट्रक्चर्स भी नहीं क्लियर है.
हाँ, पर कोई दिक्कत नहीं है उससे. देखते जाओ क्लासेस, अगर दिक्कत होगा देन उसको भी रिवाइज करवा देंगे, पर अभी के लिए वो उतना कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं लग रहा है. जब होगा
Okay.
हम डेफिनेटली करवाएंगे. ठीक है.
ओके.
ओके. Okay. So when it comes to operations related to stack, stack supports three basic operations which everyone knows. One is the push, another is the pop, and another is the peep. Right? So can anyone say what does this push operation do? What does this push operation do with respect to a stack? When we say push to, that means value 2 will be pushed to the stack. That is, it adds an element to the stack. And by adding, it always adds at the top of the stack. And this pop operation, when we say pop stack, it means it will delete the topmost element from the stack. So if I want to delete two elements from the stack, then I will call this pop operation 2 times. So always it will delete one element or always it will add one element at a time. So by saying or calling the push operation 3 times, I will be able to insert 3 items. By calling the pop operation 5 times, I will be able to delete 5 items. So like this it will work. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि वन पुश ऑपरेशंस में ही आप 3-4 एलिमेंट को पास कर दिए एंड दैट विल delete the 3 elements. It doesn't happen like this. So for each element, you need to call these operations each for one time. So by using this push function, we add elements to the stack, and using the pop function, we delete elements from the stack. Then what is this function peep do? This function peep, it returns the value of the topmost element without deleting it. Without deleting it. Now, what is this difference between the pop and peep? Pop is also giving me the value of the topmost element and peep is also giving me. But if I call pop ABC, it will delete ABC from this stack. But if I call peep ABC, it will return me ABC. So this is the difference. Peep operation will show the value of the item which is at the top of the stack and it won't delete it at the end. And when you call the pop operation, it will delete the value of the item from the top of the stack. And if you want to show, it won't show because the item is already deleted from the stack. so it won't show, right? So is this the difference between pop and peep, the slight difference, is it clear?
नो मैम।
मैम इसमें टॉप एलिमेंट ए है ना?
टॉप एलिमेंट ए कैसे होगा? टॉप एलिमेंट तो ये है।
तो मैम वो हम लोग को बताना पड़ता है क्या कि टॉप एलिमेंट कौन सा है?
ना, why will you you will just define something top equal to 0। तुम्हारा सपोज तुम्हारा एरे का इंडेक्स है ये, सपोज ये तुम्हारा एरे का इंडेक्स है, ठीक है? तो तुम तो कुछ डिफाइन करोगे ना कि तुम्हारा इंडेक्स कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगा, तो तुम उसको डिफाइन कर दिए कि मेरा टॉप 0 इंडेक्स से स्टार्ट होगा। So one by one you will insert items and automatically the top will be incremented by 1। सपोज तुम यहाँ पे सपोज हम इसको डिलीट कर रहे हैं, शो कर रहे हैं। सपोज ये कुछ है तुम्हारे पास, ठीक है? तुम इसको बोले हो योर टॉप विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 0, then you are suppose pushing an item that is value of 3, right? So अभी तुम्हारा array का तो ऐसे indices है, all the indices you have like this, so this is your 0th position, so you push 3 over here. After you push 3, automatically the top will point to the next index. Why? Because after push there will be one statement top plus plus, so you need to increment top. So suppose you are again pushing the item 6, so here 6 will be increment inserted. Again the top will be incremented to the next. So top first pointed over here, then it pointed to the next index, then it will point to the next index. So like this the top will be incremented and it will point it to the next index of my array location. So top हमें अलग से कुछ वैल्यू देना नहीं है, but we will first define where it will start from, and then using this function and automatically it will be incremented. So we do not need to think about the concept of top so much. We will only think that the elements which we will enter, we will have to define that. This we will have to define, that is what are the elements we need to enter. Is it clear now?
यस मैम। और मैम ये जो
Yes, ma'am.
पॉप ऑपरेशन जब होगा तो वो मैम लास्ट से स्टार्ट होगा, सबसे लास्ट इंडेक्स से?
Yes, yes, yes. Suppose यहाँ पे हमने 7 डाले, here I have done 8, and suppose these are the numbers which I have done. So since top is automatically incremented, so this is the last value top will point to, right? So if top is pointing to last this value, and since insertions and deletions can be done from this end only, then what is the first item to get out if I call the pop operation? 8,
8।
right?
यस मैम।
Yes. So first 8 will be popped out. Then again, if I call the pop operation, 7 will be popped out. And in instance also, automatically the top will be going on decrementing as well. So after this pop operation, na, the thing is top minus minus. That is after 8 has been deleted, now my top will point to 2. After 7 has been deleted, again my top will point to 1. So backward also top is also decremented. So if we insert, top is automatically incremented. If we delete, top is automatically decremented. Because always it need to point to the last element. Is it clear now?
यस मैम।
Okay. And for this insertion and deletion, we always check for two conditions. What are these conditions? Like suppose I have an array like this. This array is of size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 places are there. So if 6 places are there, then we can only add 6 elements, right? So suppose I am going on adding elements one after the other I am calling the push operation and I'm going on giving 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it won't be added, because after sixth element my rest of the elements won't be added, because I have reached the maximum level of my insertion process in my stack. So that operation is known as overflow condition. That is, when we want to insert elements now, we will always check what is the maximum size of my stack. That is, what is the maximum elements the stack can receive. And suppose we are going on deleting. 8 delete kiya, after that 7, 6, 3, and after 3 also I want to delete. Is it possible? No, because 3 is the place where the stack has been started. So here it will be -1, this value, this index value. So -1 पे तो हम लोगों का कोई एलिमेंट है ही नहीं. So while deletion, we have to check for the underflow condition. That is, we can only delete up to the extent that numbers are present in our stack. Once we delete the last element also, then there are no more elements in a stack. And even if I call this pop operation like 8 times, it will give me garbage value. So after the elements that are entered into the stack, all the elements have been deleted. There are no more feasible to call this pop operation. So for deletion, we check the underflow condition. That is, we have reached the beginning of the stack or not. And for addition, we check the overflow condition. That is, we have reached the end of the stack or not. Is this thing clear?
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, एक चीज
Yes,
हम
ma'am.
बोलेंगे. It may happen that some of you are from, suppose, good CBSE ICSE backgrounds, so they may be knowing a lot of C programming. Some of you maybe are from different backgrounds, they may not be knowing that much of C programming, so it's not a problem. The thing is, आप लोगों का डेटा स्ट्रक्चर में जो सिलेबस है ना, हम एक के बाद एक पढ़ाते जाएंगे. कोई इशू, आई थिंक सिंस आई हैव बीन टीचिंग दिस सब्जेक्ट इन द पास्ट आल्सो, इश्यूज आप लोग फेस नहीं करोगे. ठीक है. Still, where there will be places where I will definitely understand that you need few things of the past to revise, to get revised also, I myself will do that. So do not take tension in that first. And second thing is, आप सपोज आई एम टीचिंग दिस टॉपिक टुडे, एंड आप जब इतना दिमाग पे प्रेशर लेके बैठोगे ना कि हमें वो पता नहीं है, ये समझ पाएंगे कि नहीं पाएंगे, ये पता नहीं है, ये समझ पाएंगे कि नहीं पाएंगे, तो ऑलरेडी एक प्रेशर बन जाता है. देन व्हाट हैपेंस इज, जो अभी पढ़ रहे हो उसको भी समझ नहीं पाते. तो आई विल सजेस्ट, एज आई विल फ्लो विद द क्लास, आप इस क्लास में हम बस जो बोल रहे हैं उसको समझ पा रहे हो कि नहीं, आप देखो. अगर नहीं समझ पा रहे हो बोलो. पास्ट में क्या पढ़े हो क्या नहीं पढ़े हो कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा, बिकॉज एज एंड व्हेन टाइम विल पास, we will definitely brush up the points which will be needed from the past in order to understand the present. So not an issue. Okay, इसके बारे में कोई टेंशन लेने वाली बात है नहीं. Okay, so the next topic we will go to is Q. Okay, Q तो आपको पता ही है, right? I think we have all see the concept of queue when we go to buy tickets cinema hall mein. What does happen? There is one ticket counter and there is a line. People are there. So the first one to enter this line is the first one to get out also after getting the ticket. So this is person one. ये सबसे पहले क्यू में आया था, इसको टिकट मिल गया, he will go out to the hall number. Then this person ticket मिल गया, go out to the hall number. So the first to get in is the first to get out from the queue as well. So this is known as a FIFO type of data structure, where the elements that are inserted first is also the element that is taken out or deleted first. Fine. And if you see here, insertions are happening from one end and taking out or deletions are happening from other end, right? So two ends are there. In the stack, the concept was one end only. That is, this was the concept like a bucket. This end is fixed like this. यहाँ से ही we were inserting, यहाँ से ही we were deleting. But here we insert from one end, that is known as rear, and the end that we remove from is known as front. Now you say me, the front to the ticket counter is this person, which is deleted after he has received the ticket. So this end from where we delete the elements we refer to as front, and the end from where we insert elements we refer to as rear. Okay. And like stacks also, queues can be implemented using array or using linked list. Now, this array and linked list, these are two basic type of data structure. And if you are noticing, this stack, this queue, trees, they are all implemented using either array or either linked list. Okay. So stacks and queues are never implemented at stack and queue. Programming जो होगा, that will be in terms of how you write arrays, how you do operations on arrays. Same concept is there. Okay. So queue also we can be implemented either using array or using linked list. So what does we just saw, that every queue has two variables. That is, one variable is front, that will point to the position where deletion is happening, and another variable is rear, it will point to the position where insertion is happening, right? So suppose if I like represent q in the form of array. Oh, 1 minute. My oh, okay. Suppose I have a queue like this. Okay. So like this, we have a few elements. Now you tell me, where is the front?
12 मैम
12. तो फ्रंट का वैल्यू क्या होगा? फ्रंट का वैल्यू क्या 12 है या क्या है?
एलिमेंट 12 जीरो वैल्यू
ना, उल्टा बोले. राइट, एलिमेंट 12 जीरो वैल्यू, राइट. जीरो को हम इंडेक्स बोलते हैं, वी रेफर टू इज एज इंडेक्स, राइट. एंड वेयर इज द रियर? व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस रियर?
6
4, ma'am.
4. Rear will point.
4
Right. 6 is the value of max. Maximum
Yes,
elements
ma'am.
this array can hold. So rear is the 4 is the value of the rear. So the concept is, the front and the rear, they hold the index positions. They do not hold the value. Okay. This will refer to the index position of my arrays. These are called indices, subscripts of the different cells. Okay. So if we want to add one more variable, okay, where we will be adding it?
rear side
Rear side. So here we will be adding it. And if you want to delete the element, where can you delete from? This side. So here I will
Yes,
delete from. Fine. Suppose I am deleting the first element. I have deleted it. Now how will my array look? Suppose up to this I am drawing. So like this, my array will look, right? So this is the concept of like deletion insertion. Here also we check the same underflow condition and the same overflow condition. The overflow condition is the maximum number of elements the array can hold. Above that we cannot insert. And underflow is the last element. If I am deleting the last element, suppose I am going on deleting each element. After I have deleted the last element, my further elements I cannot delete. Fine. Okay. So this was the concept of queue. The next is the concept of tree. Now, anyone say tree is what, linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
Non-linear. Good. So tree is a non-linear data structure. Fine. So what does tree will contain? It will contain a collection of nodes, and that nodes will be arranged in a hierarchical order. That means that there will be one node which we refer to as the root node, and from there we will have the remaining nodes partitioned. So the simplest example of the tree is a binary tree where there is one node and we have two sub nodes. From here also I can have two, from here also I can have two, from here also I can have two, like this it will go on, right? But in tree what happens, always there is one node which is the root node, and the rest of the nodes are not the root nodes. Okay, now if at any, and this is known as the left subtree of the root, this is known as the right subtree of the root, and at any point if my root node is null, this will indicate that my tree is empty. I do not have any elements in my tree. Okay, now, if I say this is the left subtree of my root node, I can also say this is the left subtree of my this node, or this is the right subtree of my this node. So any node, if it has below its level further nodes, that nodes can be called the left subtree of that particular node or the right subtree of that particular node. Okay. Now the next is graph. Now this graph and trees, they are more or less similar, but a slight difference is there. Okay, wait, first let me just share my screen first. Wait, okay. People will give you attendance. Na? Is this screen visible to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. ओके, सो आप लोग अटेंडेंस बना लो पहले.
Done, ma'am.
डन, सबका हो गया?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके,
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's not working.
नॉट वर्किंग, तुम अपना नाम चैट बॉक्स पे लिख दो। जिन लोगों का नहीं हुआ वो लोग अपना नाम चैट बॉक्स में लिख ले, बस नाम और लाइक साइड में ना तुम अपना डिपार्टमेंट लिख देना, बस छोटा करके ई और ईसी हम दे देंगे, ठीक है? ओके, लेट मी अगेन, ओके लेट मी जस्ट टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट। ओके ओके, तो ये दिख रहा है अभी फिर से?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in trees also we use this term nodes. In graph also we use this terms nodes. But here there is a separate term given to these nodes. These nodes are known as vertices. And there is another thing that is there which is known as edges. Fine. So when we have a nonlinear data structure where there is a collection of vertices and there are edges that connects these vertices, that we represent as graph. Okay. So often a graph is also seen as a generalization of this tree structure only, where instead of this just parent and child relationship only, we can uh, solve or we can input any type of complex relations only. Now, एक चीज, if you notice one thing, that when I am drawing this na, is it happening that from one node I can get 4 children? It is not happening na. From one node I am
No, ma'am.
getting 2 children. From then again I am suppose getting one from here or two from here. That is, this is the parent of this child, this is the parent of this children, and this is the parent of this children. So always there is a parent and child relationship maintained. But instead of graph, suppose I have nodes like this. From this I can join this to there, I can join this to, from here I can only join this, and this two can remain disconnected as well. So there is no particular relationship between any node. Any type of complex relationships we can exist or we can draw between any type of node. Okay, so this is the relaxation of graph with respect to trees. Otherwise graphs and trees concepts are same. Another concept is that graphs do not have this concept of root node. Every node is a can be connected with every other node in the graph. So there is no such concept that from one particular node this branching has started. No. So this is the two basic difference between graphs and trees. Otherwise we refer to graph as the generalization of trees only. Okay. Now, if I come to the various operations that we can perform on data structure.
मैम ये ट्री का यूज कहाँ होगा?
Trees and graphs, these are used for, suppose in the field of computer science and mathematics. Okay, suppose you want to develop an algorithm. Suppose there is one concept that, suppose in networking I will have to connect a few workstations, and then I will have to find out what is the load of workstation, how this workstation is connected to another workstation. So if I use this type of if I am working on this type of theories, then definitely I will have to work on several graph theories, because वहाँ पे this connections, then concept root, या फिर choosing with path, my data will go fast. When we use data connectivity na, so there must be some logic that how this data is going. Suppose from Kolkata to Bhubaneswar, one channel has been placed. So how this channel is placed, or where these channels will be placed in order that the network connectivity is giving me the best service. So these things are decided based on the several graph algorithms, where we take Kolkata as one node, we take Bhubaneswar as another node, and in between we take other nodes and places, and we draw lines or we connect those nodes, and we see that which path we take in order to reach Bhubaneswar, and it will give me the best possible path. Clear?
यस
So
मैम, तो
these are,
इसमें ग्राफ ही यूज नहीं करेंगे? इससे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है।
तुम एरे यूज करोगे क्या उस पे? कैसे 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 करोगे उस पे?
नहीं, वो नहीं बोल रहे थे, ट्रीज में एक नोड से बस 2 ही सब नोड निकल सकता है ना?
हाँ, नहीं ज्यादा भी निकल सकता है, मतलब
तो
एक पेरेंट से 2 निकल सकता है फॉर बाइनरी ट्रीज.
ओके मैम।
ठीक है. So the thing is na, these things are like several algorithms are there. So तुम लोग, I do not know whether तुम लोगों का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में है कि नहीं, several routing algorithms are there. So by following which path if my data goes, it will give me the best speed efficiency and all. In those fields of our network, we use these concepts of graphs and trees. There we do not use the concept of stack on queue. But in some other programs or softwares, we might use the concept of stack and queue. So like this, depending on which field I am working with, it depends which theory I will have to follow. Okay. Okay. So the various operations that can be done on any data structure, first is the traversing. Traversing means that we can access any item, like in my data structure, we can access those item. Then we can search for a particular value in my array or stack or tree, whether that value is present on there. We can insert item, we can delete items, right? We can sort items. That is, suppose I want to sort my array in ascending or descending order. We can merge items. Okay. Suppose there are two lists, we want to merge the two lists and want to make a single list. So these are the various operations that we can perform on any data structure